The movie.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Which ones?
I cried during it was a new Christian movie about a year ago. We saw it with our church. I cried about that.
Oh, I know what it is. Yeah.
I've cried about.
I did during Passion of the...
Was it Jesus Revolution?
Jesus Revolution.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
I did during
that and The Forge. The Forge.
Passion of the Christ.
That one's good too.
I haven't seen that one.
It's nothing, but it's about the most legit account of the crucifixion.
Oof.
They even speak like he would have. Same language.
Were y'all at The Forge? Did y'all watch that?
I don't think I
want
did.
to.
It's so good.
Is it good?
It made me cry.
Yeah.
But a lot of Christian movies make me cry.
I don't like the cussing, but because it's youth ministry.
Yeah.
It's got Dwayne Johnson in it. Gridiron Gang. Have y'all watched that movie?
Oh yeah.
Oh
That's
my God,
good
it's a true story. And Dwayne Johnson, I don't think Steven, I've never seen anybody nail a role.
Yeah.
They play the actual footage of the guy he's trying to be like, because it's based on a true story. And Dwayne Johnson nails this guy. And it was, oh my gosh. So it's basically the concept these guys are in juvenile hall or prison or something like that.
Oh, I think I have seen it.
And they have before he comes, they have an 80-90% chance that they'll go back to the streets and die.
Yeah.
Until he puts them on a football team and gets a Christian
I've
league
seen
to
that.
let them play.
I've seen that.
And he changes that dynamic, the real guy, from that to 80% of them are succeeding in life and doing something. I love that movie. Cinderella Man. Have y'all seen Cinderella Man? Russell Crowe?
Nope.
Sorry.
The one I'm thinking about is I Can Only Imagine. Have y'all seen that?
Yeah.
one?
Yes,
That's
that's a good one.
That's probably the one that made me sad the most.
That is an older one, isn't
The
it?
True Story of Mercy Me. Yeah. That's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
So good. But yeah. There's too many movies. I love sports movies.
I do too. I like the Blind
Get me
Side.
fired up. Rocky. Tell me y'all watched Rocky.
I've seen Rocky, yeah.
I didn't cry. I just got fired up.
Do we count karate as a sport?
Karate Kid?
Yeah. I like the Karate Kid.
The Karate Kid? The new one or the old one?
The old one.
The old ones are good. Daniel's son. Y'all watch Cobra Kai?
Yeah, it's making me think about Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
If you watch the original movies, then Cobra Kai becomes even greater. Because you understand the relationships. Cobra Kai's got me upset a few times, so.
I haven't watched the latest season. There's a newer one.
I haven't either.
Right? Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Daniel's the bad guy, isn't he?
Is he?
I mean, seriously, think about it. Isn't Daniel LaRusso the bad guy in The Karate Kid? Because he's the one who comes in from outside and steals the girl.
Once Cobra Kai happens.
Nah, Braden said no.
You haven't heard this theory?
No, but it makes you pit a whole lot of people against a whole lot of people.
Cobra Kai, I think the older dad, I forgot his name.
The guy that he beat, that
Johnny?
Daniel's son beat.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I like that guy. I like the progression
Of his character?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it humanizes
Who he is.
a guy who was such a punk in the movie.
Yeah.
Like Steven said, then you feel bad for him.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all talking about the guy with the mohawk?
The original guy, who's the main character, the one that got beat. Why can't I think of his name? It's not
either.
Daniel Russo.
Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny. I think
like
his dad's
Johnny.
the bad guy.
I like Johnny.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
think he's that
Sensei.
bad.
The
Really?
sensei is
Really? It's
definitely
the
bad guy.
sensei. That
Yeah.
dude is
Yeah.
evil.
Yeah.
That's who I was thinking about.
And that's the reason he was bad in the other movie. The sensei is such a bad dude.
All right, guys, here we go with Greg in 10 seconds.
All right. Sorry to go down that rabbit trail.
Now, sports analyst Greg Glasscock.
Greg! We got to appropriately let your intro work itself out.
Give him the big.
I appreciate that.
You are on a level of greatness that deserves an intro.
Well, I don't know about the greatness, but I do like the intro.
Yes. And people got to experience the feeling of it. Greg, you are such a big part of our show, and you're such a big deal. And I know if there's ever been a time that you love the people I have in the studio, it's right now. And
you got a couple boys in the house, don't you?
Oh man, I love these guys. They're fantastic. And Braden, Holsonback, and Cam Gentle. And every year I have Guntersville people. I have these athletes coming. I know it's their senior year, and I get sad, Greg. I know you do for a different reason. I get sad because I never get to interview them again and hang out with them. So it's But these guys are amazing.
It's a great senior class this year. It really is, and they'll all be missed. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, I agree. So, and I know you keep us up on everything. Tell us what's going on in Marshall County sports.
Well, actually, as we speak right now, I'm going a back way through Boaz, and I'm just now passing the field, and see the Boaz players out there practicing, and that's a game I'd rather forget. So I guess we'll start there, and I'm sure y'all talked about it enough, but of course the Cats were upset Friday night by Boaz, which shook up the region quite a bit. You know, it was one of those games where I think Boaz played probably as well as they could, and we did not, and 16 penalties never helps the cause either, you know.
Yeah.
It seemed like whenever we got something going, something bad happened. It just was one of those nights, but, you know, you got to regroup, and the guys might have told you, but I'm sure Coach Reese has everybody focused at practice this week, and, you know, got to finish the deal with Douglas this week, and the best thing that could happen would be Boaz go to Arab and get beat, and then we would still outright win the region.
This is what I said to guys. I said, so you are cheering for the Knots this week, right? Braden says no.
No. Boy, I know that's got to be hard to do, to cheer for really Arab or really any of your county rivals. It's hard to cheer for, you know. But, you know, last year we got in that three-way tie business, and the tiebreaker for the HSAA will give you a headache, so I quit looking at it. But a lot of times it does end up going into non-region, which will help us because we had a very strong non-region, especially at the beginning of the season, with 14 winning their region in 6A. And then Southside had a strong year, too. So games like that, you know, a lot of times people will say non-region doesn't mean anything.
Does in that
case.
Well,
it really does come tiebreaker time. You know, it means a lot. So I think that'll help, but we'll see, you know, how it shakes out. One little interesting you know, it's great. I guarantee you, bro. Well, there we go. You know, might have lost the game, but, you know, at least I won a little something right there, a little friendly wager. So,
Thanks,
yeah, that was good to see. So, and, you know, speaking of that interception, you know, I really thought that put us in good field position to end up winning the game. And, you know, if I'm not mistaken, that's where we had a couple of back-to-back penalties, one of them being very suspect, to say the least. I even said that on the air. I was a little critical of some of it, but, you know, I've never heard of a team getting 16 penalties, and I know in the post-game interview, Coach Reese even mentioned, I don't think all the years he's been involved in football has had 16 penalties on his team. But, you know, it's behind us now, and got to move on and finish the deal and, you know, get ready for the playoffs, however it shakes out. So we'll see. The biggest game this week, I guess, in the region will be that Boaz Arab game. That'll be Arab's senior night. And, it'll be a good game. My gut feeling, Boaz is still going to be on a high. I know they've been told this week how great that game was and everything, and you know, you got to come back down to earth and play another game. They're all important, and you know, this proved that any week anybody can sneak up on you if you're not ready. So
do you know anything about volleyball?
yeah, a little bit. I haven't done as much research as I should. I know the regionals start actually tomorrow. They're tomorrow and Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. And they're at different sites. I know Hoover is a main site, along with some other places. I want to say Guntersville opens up on Thursday, but I do not know who it is against. I have not seen anything on that, even though I know it's set. But, you know, when they play the area tournaments, your winner and your runner-up qualifies to go to the regionals, and Guntersville was the runner-up as a runner-up. Yeah, I know. I will say that they play tomorrow, but I do think they play Thursday.
Okay. Well, Greg, we so appreciate you calling, and we thank you so much for keeping us updated.
I think it'll be a great week, and I look forward to the Cats coming out strong against Douglas and taking care of business next week, and then finishing the regular season against Albertville. And it's always good when you beat Albertville, and then on to the playoffs.
We're hoping they go the rest of the way with all wins. So.
Yep, you got that right. All right, guys.
Thanks,
well, I appreciate
Greg.
for all y'all do. All right, see y'all next week.
Bye. All right, the only thing we have left is buzzer beater. We're going to tell everybody where they can find us on social media, and you'll do Facebook, and you'll tell them you can find us on Instagram there, and your Twitter or X.
Okay.
And then Steven will close out the last two in the podcast. Thank y'all for being here.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having us.
It's been a good day.
Yeah.
I'm glad y'all eat that pizza.
We each had a slice.
Oh, good. Watching your figure. It's good of you.
Good on you, he said.
Good for you. So is it a home game or away?
They're both. The rest of them are home.
Yeah, home.
Sure.
All home. I know y'all had, 2 away games in a row?
Mm-hmm. At the beginning of the season.
Yeah. I ain't like that.
We started out away, and then I think it split away, home, away.
Yeah.
Now you're going to be both home?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it like Douglas, Albertville? That's the sequence, right? Douglas and Albertville. Who's after Albertville?
The playoffs.
Playoffs.
Whoever.
Ugh. That's crazy. It flew by that fast.
That was fast.
Goodness.
It's a fast season.
Like yesterday we started football season.
Other than this last week, have y'all been happy with the season?
Yeah, for sure.
Really pleased. I mean, coming in, we knew we lost our quarterback, and somebody had to fill that role, and I feel like our defense stayed strong, our skill players on offense, like our wide receivers, and I think coming in the season, and then we knew we had to play a good Fort Payne team, and
Yeah.
I didn't know, but they won their region in 6. Deal.
That
Since
is
he
big.
just said that. Yeah, but I mean, we were down 19-2 going into halftime against them, I think, and then and
What was the halftime speech then?
You don't want to know. It was a good speech.
We got them where we want them. Not lit. Yeah.
For sure.
Got them right where we want. No.
Yes, we
Yeah.
did.
It's a big deal.
I will say, I think they adjust very well. Like,
Yeah.
when it comes to those situations, I think they do pull. You know how they say, Alabama's the 5-minute winner. They pull out over the 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I think they're better than Alabama at that. Is when they're down, they don't really let it hang over their heads. They kind of push through.
That's good. That's a skill because
And us having to go down and
go down the field.
kick a game-winning field goal with 50 seconds left, and then being down
What was that game?
the Arab game.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
stressful.
that was probably.
Like nobody was
So stressful.
scoring. It was 7-0 at halftime, I think. And then they got going in the second half. We knew that quarterback Drew
Push
good, but we kept hitting them over and over again. I think that played a toll.
pressure on them.
Yeah. Then they ended up throwing the ball, scoring with 50 seconds. So that
Good. That moment pulled it through.
Was it like, oh my gosh, we did it?
Starstruck.
that makes it worse to lose this game, though.
Yeah.
Would you? I'd rather
Yeah.
take that close loss instead of coming in like just getting beat.
Coming short.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of less of, they kind of just played better than us.
Are they
But now
undefeated?
it's like, I don't think so.
They lost to Scottsboro,
Yeah.
and we had just beat Scottsboro 34-7.
Yeah, y'all beat them bad. I thought that would be more of a struggle game.
I did too.
Y'all did a great job.
I did too. We just had a good game plan, good strategy. They came out kind of weaker, and we came out stronger. I think we just called them on a bad night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're a really good team. They just beat Arab 50-47. So
Ooh,
you know,
that was a fight. That was
Yeah.
a firefight, wasn't it?
yeah.
I feel like most games with Arabs a firefight. Because, I mean, they are pretty strong. I won't say, like, like,
Didn't
they're
used to be, but
strong.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anything, I think Arab's more of our rivals than Albertville is now.
Oh yeah.
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 Sure.
I would agree with that.
100%.
Yeah.
And Scottsboro though, y'all are talking about
Scottsboro,
Scottsboro's
too.
really
Scottsboro's
risen
really
to
good.
that.
When Antonio got hurt a couple of years ago, if y'all remember that, our quarterback, when he went down, I think me and Cam's sophomore year,
Yeah, sophomore year.
and they hurt our starting quarterback. We were 6-0, and then we ended up dropping 2 games, and
Yeah.
having a backup quarterback. I know Street went in. Street was a freshman, and he had to go in and play, and Eli had to go in and play. So it just I remember we were really optimistic, and then losing 17-7. They hurt our
Yeah.
quarterback. We were really upset. That kind of set the tone for. And then they were talking a lot of trash last year, and then we
Yeah.
beat them 21-6. It just lit a fire under us, kind
Ooh,
of.
2 years. 2
Mhm.
years in a row.
Was it ACL? Was Antonio's injury, or what was it? I
think it
forgot
was-
what it
Yeah, I
was.
think it was.
I'm
ACL.
not
There's
sure.
something in his leg.
Yeah.
Mm.
He got an ACL surgery. I thought it was.
All the fun. You're gonna be fine. 15 seconds. I guess y'all see how it is. He's sliding things over.
I was laughing.
And
when he
that's how
pulled
we
over
do a
volley-
show.
yeah. I was laughing when he pulled over volleyball. He's really good. And we were all like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, we-
Yeah.
The buzzer beater.
That sound lets you know that the show has come to an end. We know we can hear you crying in the car because you've enjoyed all the people in this studio so much. But I want to tell you where you can find us when we're not here. You can find us.
On Facebook at Varsity Radio Show.
You can find us.
On Instagram at Varsity Radio Show.
On Twitter, Varsity Radio 885.
Over on TikTok at Varsity Radio Show and YouTube at Varsity Radio Show 885.
Or you can find us on podcasts everywhere. Apple Podcasts, Pocket Cast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Horizon Communications. Hey guys, we're glad to be here with you. Man, it has been an amazing show, and it would not function without the fuel of the varsity. Marco's Pizza. Pizza, salads, desserts, subsides, beverages in the shops of Albertville. And then a fun place to be, B&B Video Games. 80 Style Arcade, local video game retail store in the front. 80 Style Arcade in the back, right beside Pizza Hut in Albertville. Hey, B&B Video Games. It has been a great week, and we hope that you will always join us every Tuesday from 2:30 to 4:30 on 88.5 JFM, the Varsity Radio.